toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Three-two pitch. Called third. A beautiful breaking ball to the outside corner from Evans.
Now it's a left-handed pitcher versus left-handed batter. That one right down the middle. It'll beam across second and coming home for the Rams.
10th pitch of the at-bat. And it's well hit to right. Ledesma's on the run, and it'll be over his head. A 10-pitch at-bat turns into a double to the right field wall for Ethan Suina.
Expect a long baseball career for him after. Tried to reach from behind the bat to get there, and the Cougars now on the board for the first time today.
Here's 2-1. That's well hit through the hole in the left side. The windmill's on at third base. Nguyen's going to score standing, and it's an RBI double for McMullen as he took the extra bag.
And right after the bunt is laid down, the Rams
Evans ready. And look at that, beautiful piece of hitting. He just serves it into left, right where it was pitched. And it's an RBI for Saavedra to drive in Schrader. Beautiful piece of two-strike hitting for Saavedra with the RBI. That is socked into right center. It's a gapper for Saavedra. At least two are going to score. The windmill's on at third base. It's a bases clearing double for Damon Saavedra. One, two. That's well hit into the gap. On its way is a towering two-run homer for Everett Burdett. Runner stole second. That was Schrader. That ball is on its way. It's a birthday grand slam for Chase Squaller. Blow out the candles, young fella. He drives in all four.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Turkey, yay! Turkey, yay! Does it matter? You play to win the game, right? The match. Or, I'm sorry, you play to get a result. And you don't get the result, but it doesn't matter. I think that's you knew what you were doing. You played reserves the whole game. You got Christian Pulisic out there. It would have been really cool to be the first U.S. team to go through group play at a World Cup and not lose a match, not tie a match. I'm sorry, draw. Win every match. They didn't. And then on the final play of the match, Turkey, Kaan Ayhan scores the game winner. At least Turkey, the Turks, feel better, I think, as they board their plane this morning and head back to Turkey. USA 2, Turkey 3, final game of group stage of the World Cup last night in Los Angeles. Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. It is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and more so AM 610. The sports animal, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
What'd it do?
You all right? And I mean, yesterday you had your Team USA warm-up, full zip hoodie. It was nice, kind of 2-layer mesh thing with a little...
Oh, it's still ready to go.
All right. You okay? And this doesn't matter, right? Because
it doesn't matter, but it's always a bit of a bummer. The environment was great. And as you said, you play to win the game.
Match.
You play to win the game. And it was a bit of a reminder that Turkey team had a bit of bad luck in their first two games because they have some technical ability in the final third. Showed it, but 9 players in the starting lineup, 4 dudes that weren't going to see the pitch at all, regardless, that are locked in as your starters. Were able to get to a 2-2 game, show a lot of pressure, be really good on set pieces. But you still see a couple players that I think earned an opportunity to be trusted off the bench, and a couple that won't see the pitch.
I think the biggest thing for Team USA is you saw Christian Pulisic, right? And Christian Pulisic looked good. He looked explosive. He had chances. He was creating. He seemed fast. He seemed healthy. Your star, who had not played in the first 2 matches because he was nursing a calf injury, and in fact had not been training with the team, had been off on the side. And so he came back, and I look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to break down soccer. My novice soccer eye told me, wow, that guy looked good, looked explosive, looked healthy.
Absolutely. Just looked like a guy that was quick, explosive, back on the pitch. How Pochettino decided to play it out, he's fine, put him in the second half. Either way, it was probably 30 to 40 minutes where you're going to see him, whether he started or came in as a substitute, get the confidence. And I think this team still has a ton of it because they won a game without him. They see him back healthy, and now you have a favorable matchup next Wednesday.
All right. For those of you who are going, wait a minute, they lost, but it doesn't matter. What do you mean? All right. So here was the situation. I think most of you know. But the United States, after winning their first 2 matches and the results and the scores by which they won, they had already clinched not only moving into the knockout round, but they had clinched being first in their group. So they knew where they were going and knew they were facing Bosnia-Herzegovina in the round of 32. It'll be Wednesday up in the Bay Area. So this match essentially didn't mean anything in regards to the table or to the bracket. And so Pochettino, the manager, the head coach, opted to play players who were reserves, and JJ said would not normally see the pitch. He did not play 4 players who were sitting on a yellow card, because if they would have got another yellow card, they would have then been ineligible to play in the next match, which is a knockout match. Loser go home. So, or win or go home, or / loser, LOSER, go home. So that's that. Does that lay it out okay for if people are going, well, I don't get it. What do you mean?
Yeah,
it's
it was
World Cup. You got to win.
Group round robin play.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, when it comes down to it, I know if you win the game, I think everybody's just in jubilation. It would have been historic. It would be the first time in the history of U.S. men's soccer that they win all 3 group stage games in the World Cup. They did not. So it's like, yeah, but so what? Who cares? But isn't there a little bit of, well, yeah, but we didn't finish, and the other side of it is, well, yeah, we didn't finish, but the dudes who are going to be finishing were wearing pennies on the side, and weren't on the.
That's a fair way to describe it. You saw the effort that was put out there. It's still an opportunity for those dudes who play in a World Cup game. And I think you saw Sebastian Berhalter, Gio Reyna show Pochettino that they can be legit attacking substitution options if needed.
Berhalter was really good.
Berhalter was fantastic. And he has that ability to strike from deep. You saw it on the second goal. Stand over the ball, just the pop that you want from someone that's going to be potential attacking substitute. And I know he scored the first goal, but overall I thought he was their best defender was Trusty, who was playing at left back there. Unfortunately, he sprains his ankle at the end of the game. And that was kind of the backside far post is where the goal was let up on the third goal just because he couldn't move. They're out of substitutions. And he's gutting it out the last few minutes on his sprained ankle. I think he could be an option for them, but unfortunately he's hurt. But luckily, your starters on that back line are locked in.
You're a big USA Soccer guy. So when they slipped one in, 98th minute, it put up 7 minutes of hocus pocus time, and then it started out with that. That's where Trusty sprained his ankle. Is that where that was right at the beginning?
Like the 91st minute.
Right. So you knew there was going to be added time. You're like, wait a minute, 97. We're in the 98th minute. Why are we still playing? And it was because of that. And then they do it. There's a scramble out front. Ball slides under goaltender. 2 defenders there, bounces around, and Ion is there just to poke it in, basically slide in and poke it in. How do you feel about that? Like was that like, oh damn, or was that, oh well?
It was both, honestly. Yeah. Like I wanted to see this team win. I'm all in, riding the wave. It's been fun to see them do something that they haven't done, and that is actually be the dominant team in the group, be expected to win. Like they are better. And to go out there and show that in the group, this is a different game if their starters are playing, but still against a Turkey A team that had, I think, all their big dudes in it except one. Gruler, you see that 21-year-old who plays at Real Madrid, he's real. He was a problem. He's probably the best on the ball the entire game last night for Turkey A. But to see, all right, there's some depth that they still competed the United States. That's good moving forward because absolutely a handful of those players are going to contribute in a big way.
All right. So next up, Bosnia-Herzegovina. That'll be on July 1st, Wednesday, in the Bay Area at Levi's Stadium. Although you can't call it Levi's Stadium, it's Santa Clara Stadium. This was Los Angeles Stadium, not SoFi. They will play the winner of the game between the winner of Group G. The winner of Group G will play the third place team out of Group A, E, H, I, or J. Do we know who's on the other side yet?
No, I'm just tell me when the matchup is set.
Okay. I don't know.
all these different scenarios, like just pull up the bracket, see which ones are set, and go from there.
All right. So we're the winner of Group G. Right now, it's set to be Egypt. Egypt is leading Group G. Now there is a chance it would be Iran. Wouldn't that be something? In the second game, I mean, just saying. Group G is Egypt, Iran, Belgium, and New Zealand. Egypt leads that with 4 points. They are 1-1-0. Iran is in second place with 2 points. They are 0-2-0. Also, Belgium 0-2-0 with 2 points. New Zealand has 1 point. So, and then the third place team figure it out who would be on the other side. I mean, pick it out of a hat. All right. So if you watched it, you want to get in on it, you can. Here's what we got going today, and a lot on a Friday. 505-246-0610 is how to get in. We have 9 o'clock, Ben Gasper, the head PGA professional out at Sandia Golf Club. We will wrap with him, get you a golf tip, talk to him about last week's U.S. Open and the performance and just, I mean, what did we see? A guy who leads wire to wire and held on to win. So we'll get into that at 9 o'clock with Ben. And then 9:30, Dusty Young is scheduled to be with us. He is the executive director of the New Mexico Activities Association, the body which oversees high school athletics, and going to talk to him about the transfer rule and just answer some of your questions. And I think more than anything, it's been, unless you read the document or get deep into it, there's questions about, who's eligible. What about when you move? Would you be eligible right away? Do you have to move? So that'll be at 9:30 this morning. About 8:30, JJ had a conversation with Maya Thompson, one of the new global women's basketball players. So you'll hear from her as well. We got hoops. There's a lot of NCAA action that you need to get in on. I say action, off the court stuff, eligibility stuff, postseason eligibility stuff. So there's a lot there as well. We got a ton to do on this Friday. At some point, I got to believe we will hoe. I believe that's simply because it's Friday and we hoe every Friday for the last coming up on 18 years. So we'll do that. 505-246-0610 is how to get in. 505-246-0610 is the Sports Animals phone line and the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. You'll get fair and affordable care for your vehicle at Meineke on San Pedro. You can send emails, jeff@sportsanimалabq.com, jj@sportsanimалabq.com. On the X, JJ's there at _JJ_Buck. Adrian's producing the television side. We are on Xfinity Channel 26 all throughout the state of New Mexico. We are on our Facebook page and on the YouTube channel for ProView Network. When we get back, we will a little bit more on the World Cup, and then got a fist to the throat. The fist, who owned that fist? And the WNBA finally looked at it and said, "Ooh, you know what? You can't go at Caitlin Clark with a fist in the throat. Here's what we're going to do." It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Listen for World.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies. past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This.
For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection.
The sports animal, usually. USA gets beat by Turkey, yay, 3-2. I know, but you know how many people, I've said it to you too, have said to me, my whole life it's been Turkey. When the hell did they become Turkey, yay? I don't know. Maybe they were always that, and they now, I don't know.
They just didn't have the confidence to say anything. They're just like, okay.
When did there's other places that we pronounce the countries different than they do, right? I don't even really know. Italia, right? The Italians, it's Italia, right? And we call it Italy, right? If we just always just called it Turkey because we're lazy, but it's always been Turkey, or this World Cup is the first time I've ever heard that country called Turkey. You?
It is the same for me.
Right. Not that it matters. They can be whatever the hell they want to be. All right, so you can get in on that. A rotated U.S. men. That means they played many in their rotation, deep in their rotation. All right, yesterday we talked about this, the WNBA. We never talk about a game in the WNBA. Why? I don't know. Maybe we will playoffs. I don't know. Anytime we talk about it, feels like anytime we talk about the WNBA, it's not good, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, and this isn't good. So Rudy called yesterday, one of our callers, and talked about Caitlin Clark and how she basically, he said, I think he's maybe paraphrasing, got assaulted. And you look at the video, and there was a scrum on the ground, and she gets kneed, and there's a closed fist to her throat. And you're like, what are we doing, man? And the WNBA looked at it yesterday, and they suspended Alyssa Thomas of the Mercury for one game for what they're calling recklessly making contact. That was the quote with Caitlin Clark's throat during the game. Flagrant foul 2, 1 game suspension. The incident for which, and it says, quote, Thomas was deemed to have committed a non-basketball act, occurred at the end of the blah, blah, blah. You've seen it. Good, I think. Like they had to do something, right?
It's not an I think. It has to be done.
Well,
whether it was Alyssa Thomas on Caitlin Clark, Alyssa Thomas on Paige Beckers, you name it. That's a flagrant 2 and a suspension.
Or Paige Beckers on Alyssa Thomas for that. Yeah, I just my point is, I think is it enough? And I guess, but she's who more people are watching than anybody else, and she's bringing eyes to the game. And theoretically, if there's eyes on your game, then they'll see you, whoever you happen to be. If she's bringing somebody who might not normally watch your game, then they get to watch you. It's kind of like, you hear the story all the time of a player who was recruited, and you hear the story, well, coach came to recruit our running back, but I had 4 interceptions that game, and he's like, damn, who's that kid? Right? And I got recruited, and that's how I got my scholarship. Same concept. Yeah, they're there to watch Caitlin Clark. Maybe they see you, and they're like, damn. But if you somehow think taking her out is going to make your game better, that people will stop talking about her, yeah, they'll stop talking about her, and they're going to stop talking about your whole damn league. What happened last year when she didn't play the back end of the season? How much run did the WNBA get outside? ESPN covers the hell out of it because they do. They And they do a great job covering it. They got people on it. They broadcast the game, right? But outside of that, how much did you hear about the WNBA towards the back end of the season?
Okay. And I think that's a bigger conversation, too.
Okay. I'm willing to have it.
Because Caitlin Clark doesn't play in every game. And
You're right.
Are we only going to keep saying you need Caitlin Clark, you need Caitlin Clark? Okay. But what about the girl that dropped 53 points last night for Toronto?
Yep.
How does Caitlin Clark affect that story?
Does it? No,
to me, it's a little hollow. People are like, you need Caitlin Clark. You're not going to talk about it anyway.
Marina Mabry scored 53 points last night. That was a WNBA scoring record. 53 points. He plays for the Toronto Tempo. They scored 125 points. They routed LA.
Like, Caitlin Clark is getting line of stories that we talk about in terms of negative, but if nothing was happening to Caitlin Clark,
we don't talk about.
We wouldn't have said a damn thing about the NBA this week.
You're right. Okay, I'll defend that a bit. We don't talk about every damn NBA game either, right? We talk about if somebody scored 55, we'd mention it in November, January, February, March, April, and we'd go on and talk about football, or we talk about the Lobo, and we talk about the Lobo.
As it should be.
I don't know that it's that much different. I mean, it certainly is different. I mean, the WNBA, and if somebody's watching and somebody calls and talks about it, when Fred calls in or Rudy calls in or Dan calls in who likes the WNBA, yeah. But I don't. So do we talk about what Steph Curry did every damn night?
No,
we don't.
But I think it's hollow in hearing people say, like, that shouldn't happen to Caitlin Clark. It's always going. It's just negative headlines.
Okay.
But that not happening to Caitlin Clark isn't going to get more people to watch and or talk about the WNBA. It's two things.
Yeah, and I think there are even two things different there. One is talk about it, one is watch it. I don't know who's watching. I don't know what the numbers are. I really don't.
It's niche.
It is. Right? But the point is, more people watch. I think this has been pretty proven when she's playing than when she does. That's all I'm saying. And so you can't tell me how getting her out of the game and hurting her and trying to make her go away is going to help.
I agree it's not. Now, by the way, we say that play did not hurt her lower back.
Okay. But what are you stuffing a fist in someone's throat for?
I'm said it since the day. It's a suspension, but I think it's kind of a hollow talking point when everyone's saying this is your golden goose. Okay. But we weren't talking about what Caitlin Clark was doing prior to Alyssa Thompson.
You're right. But like I said, nor are we talking about what Steph Curry or even LeBron does on a regular basis unless you're in that market. Oh, do we? Honestly, in January, we're talking about what Lakers did every night.
Not here.
Yeah, in a regular, right? Okay, and that's what we're talking about. Is two different things within what you're saying. You're right. Now in LA, they are every night they're talking about. Every day they're talking about it. Sports Center is, but you're right. Is it going to get us to talk about it more? Like I'm watching the Toronto, what is it? The Tempo. Kind of a cool court. Purple and
First
light
franchise.
Blue. Yeah, you like the purple and it's a little Avalanche, but more purple than what do they call that? Ruby red or something? Is that what they call it? Yeah. All right. Bob, my point is, at least they did something about it, and I mean, you asked a great question. So where does the commissioner have to say something? Yeah, I think so. I do.
Like, just play the game. Like, let the game play out.
What would Adam Silver do if this was happening to Jeremy Lin? If Jeremy Lin was lighting the world on fire and he was, it didn't even have to be a star player, but let's just say Jeremy Lin was having some sort of Caitlin Clark effect, right? And this crap was going down. Don't you think the commissioner would step in? I firmly do. I think Adam Silver would step in and say something, do something to make.
I don't think there's a parallel to this. When you have such a polarizing player that has crossover appeal for a small league, just in terms of franchises and viewership and people that are interested in women's sport.
It would have been Lynn during Linsanity. Maybe. Yeah. All right, when we get back, NCAA has made a number of rulings over the last couple of days. Eligibility rulings for individuals, eligibility rulings for postseason teams who are moving up from FCS. Want to get into that, what it means, what it might mean in your league. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood.
Yeah. 505-246-0610. All right, a couple of things that have gone down in college athletics over the last week that we've really not gotten into much. First, on Wednesday, this is something we've spoken about, and it was approved by whatever the subcommittee. It had to go through the NCAA's mega approval. Bottom line, Wednesday, the NCAA approved this landmark age-based eligibility policy. This allows athletes 5 years to play 5 seasons, right? It used to be 5 to play 4. Then it was, but now JUCO doesn't count because that was the Pavia rule. Then it was, if you're 23 and you've been playing pro overseas, you can come over and be a freshman. And who's eligible? Who's 5 years to play 5 seasons, starting with your full-time enrollment or the season after your 19th, whichever comes first. All right? You good with this?
I'm good with it. You have to start building and piecing things together somehow, even when there's going to be pushback. But that's the only way the NCAA can start moving forward and getting people on board, is by putting things out there and seeing what will.
There's got to be some guidelines. Now, what I'm not certain on, and maybe you are more than I, grandfathers, like players who are playing, and I know there's a lawsuit going on now. That there's a lot of players that 15 players are filing suit against the NCAA for their 5th season of eligibility. Philip Borovicinen, the former Lobo, who's over at Xavier now, is one of them. So the 23-year-old freshman who played professionally overseas is no longer going to be eligible. I mean, that's what I'm understanding with this, right? Or 19 plus 5 is 24, so you can still get a year. Okay, so this doesn't really hit the freshman rule. I'm sorry, the professional rule, where you played professional. So this doesn't really hit that. Jason Eck told the Journal, he said it's cleaner. I think it'll keep your freshmen engaged because you can hopefully find a role for some of those guys. The past, maybe you didn't want to use their year just to run down the kickoff. That was burning that freshman, the redshirt year. Remember who was the quarterback that played one game at Tulsa for Bob Dave? Remember he came in like 3 plays at the end of a half and burned a redshirt year on that?
Bryson Carroll?
It was Bryson Carroll. Remember that they didn't have a backup quarterback, and whoever was quarterback got hurt.
Gerhardt.
Wow, you remember all that? Gerhardt. Gerhardt.
Game at Tulsa.
Yeah, who's Gerhardt?
Mm-hmm. It was Toby Gerhardt's brother. Okay. Stanford running back. I can't think of his first name right now.
He was the quarterback?
Wrecking ball. Yeah, the quarterback. Right.
Who? Yeah, he got hurt, and then so they had to put in Bryson Carroll, and the quarterback Gerhardt came back in the second half. Bryson Carroll didn't play another play the rest of the season. They appealed to the NCAA to get his year of eligibility back and got denied. He loses the whole year of eligibility because he took 3 snaps at the end of a half. It's ridiculous.
Colton Gerhardt.
Wow. All right. I vaguely remember. Holy smoke.
16-13 win. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was at Tulsa, though, right?
Mm-hmm. At Tulsa.
Yeah, that part I do remember. So that's hopefully going to clean things up. So the days of, are you a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and then what, 5th year is going to be the classification on that? Or just your 2 years as senior? I guess senior then 5th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we need another term for that. Like expiring.
Graduate?
Expiring. Well, what if you're not in grad school? Well, you're not a graduate. Expiring?
Got 5 years to graduate.
5th year. Yeah. No, college is now 5 years for the after. And then this came down on Wednesday as well. And I think most people agree with this. The Division I cabinet of the NCAA approved legislation which will eliminate the 2-year transition penalty in football. I believe this to be just in football, right? North Dakota State and Sacramento State both are making the jump this coming season from FCS to FBS. Sacramento State will be in the MAC. North Dakota State will be in the Mountain West. If the proposal is adopted when the Division I cabinet meets in June, well, it already was, right? That's what happened. The programs now can play their way into postseason eligibility in their first year. Remember, there was this whole, and you'll recall, James Madison went through this. I think Appalachian State went through this. I believe Coastal Carolina the same. There's this transition period when you move up and you are not eligible for postseason play. Well, why? Why? I mean, if you're moving up and you're able to compete, crying out loud, you should be able to play in a bowl game, it always seemed. And then there was an exception. Well, if the bowl system didn't fill and they needed teams, they would go to, I'm using the air quotes, eligible. I mean, teams with winning records who were transitioning and blah, blah, blah. So they took that away. So the bottom line to this is North Dakota State and Sacramento State, who are transitioning this year, and any subsequent teams in the future who transition up will be immediately eligible for postseason. This is feels like a no-brainer, and why the hell did it take so long?
Yes, that one never made sense to me. It's if you're good enough to compete right away for a bowl game or play in a conference championship game, like, why the heck not? What is the point of a 2-year transition period? I know some of it was they didn't want all these teams to be jumping, but there's a big financial piece to it. So it wasn't just easy for all these teams to go from FBS to FBS or make the jump to Division I athletics. But if you can, then you should be able to play for a title right away if you're good enough. Yeah. And I think that is very interesting. Very interesting for the Bison.
In what way? Because you think they can compete?
I think they can compete in football.
Yeah, no, I think they're bowl eligible this year. I don't know that I think they're going to win the Mountain West. Now, would it surprise me if they did? It would not. It would surprise me a little bit. It would shock me. But I believe that they will be competitive to where they are a 7 or an 8 win team in year one. You think that's ridiculous?
I don't.
I mean, I looked at it and they're winning anyway. And I believe that they're going to be pretty good. So but now when are they going to do it for basketball? I mean, you got the same thing going on in basketball, and teams, you see it all the time. Somebody wins a tournament in like the ASUN or the MEAC or something. Oh, but they're not eligible, and the runner-up goes to the NCAA tournament with theirs 14-19 record. Wait, what? Why do we just have a tournament? What are we doing? Now, why wouldn't they do the same exact thing for basketball? Why wouldn't they make that a blanket thing? Maybe the basketball people didn't make as much noise. I'm not sure. All right, 505-246-0610, but that's there for you. And I'd love your thoughts on it. I mean, it seems like those are two 90-10 issues, for the most part. All right, we get back. We got some NFL stuff for you as we're getting closer and closer and closer to camps opening. Some stuff. Stuff I know you're going to be interested in the National Football League. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Now.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Party at your...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
2 teams tonight on the Sports Animal. And the WNBA has suspended Phoenix's Alyssa Thomas for her fist to the neck of Caitlin Clark. Thomas wasn't called for foul in the play, but upon post-game review, the WNBA issued her a flagrant foul and a penalty of suspension. Want more? We're talking sports on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. I'm Jeff Symbieta.
The home buyer.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go.
Back to school ads and but holy smoke! Like we're gonna be in Frisco for Big 12 a week from Tuesday. What jacket should I wear?
Ooh,
I know.
All the option.
Yeah. All right. Next year's draft, they announced, it's going to be held in Washington, D.C. Right there by the reflective pool, maybe.
Best draft ever.
Yeah, maybe right there by
biggest draft ever.
The greenish, bluish, whatever your eyes. Whatever your politician tells you, the color of the pool is. That's what color the pool is. April 29th through May 1st, be in Washington, D.C. Can I tell you my favorite story of the week in the NFL? Not that I dislike him, but I dislike this. Caleb Williams calls himself the Iceman. Did he dub himself Iceman, or has he been dubbed Iceman?
Don't have a firm answer for him.
Right. He tried to trademark Iceman. And I told you a long time ago, whenever this went down, I'm like, stop. Like, please. Like, there's some of us who are old enough. You don't have to have seen George Gervin. You know who George Gervin is, right?
I do.
George Gervin is the Iceman.
I think someone probably needed to explain that to Caleb Williams.
Yeah. George Gervin was a star for the San Antonio Spurs back in the 70s and 80s. He was in the ABA when the Spurs came into the NBA. He was a star in the NBA. One thing he could do was finger roll. That was George Gervin. He was and is the Iceman. Now, you can tell me he wasn't business savvy enough to trademark Iceman. Cool. But he's the Iceman. And now Caleb Williams is being called Iceman, and cool. And he tried to trademark the word Iceman, and the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has refused, at least initially, his application as of Wednesday. Now, it's not, though, due to an application by George Gervin, who's now tried to do it, because George Gervin is in this as well. And I guess Chuck Liddell also calls himself Iceman, right? Or is called Iceman. I didn't know that until recently. So the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office saw too much similarity in a likelihood of confusion in a trademark filed not by any of those guys, but in 1988, Lacrosse Footwear for insulated boots, I guess, filed the Iceman trademark. Quote, these marks are identical in appearance, sound, and meaning. Additionally, because they are identical, these marks are likely to engender the same connotation and overall commercial impression when considered in connection with applicants and registrants' respective goods and or services. Say what? Lacrosse is an Oregon-based footwear company. They own the trademark Iceman. Not George Gervin, not Caleb Williams, none of y'all. There's a boot. They have a boot and a boot liner from the 80s. And so Williams had applied for the trademarks in a bunch of categories, including clothing. Hence the issue, and that allowed the USPTO to offer the refusal. So he applied for trademarks on athletic bags, water bottles, sporting goods, a website, entertainment services, all kinds of stuff. I know this sounds like a pissing match. I mean, it does, right? But crying out loud, there are people before you. There's an old saying: you stand on the shoulders who came before you, right? And you respect that, and respect that. George Gervin was the Iceman.
I think this is less to do about George Gervin. Like, on it, I doubt Caleb Williams knew who George Gervin was before this started.
Okay, but he does now.
But he does now. But also, it's such a common
Iceman.
It's just a common term.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I say, I always think you can't
think
just
Top Gun as well. Like,
yeah, no, it's all over the place. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's why some of these common terms. How do you just get a copyright on it or a patent on it? Remember when was it Belichick, right? No days off. Didn't they try to copyright that?
It's actually in my contract, but
is it in your contract? You get no days off. You should copyright that too. At least get the shirt. No days off. No days off. All right. Coming up in a little bit, you're going to hear conversation JJ had with Lobo women's basketball player Maya Thompson. 9 o'clock, Ben Gasparich is going to be here, the head professional at the San Diego Golf Club. 9:30, Dusty Young, NMA's executive director, could be with us as well. Opening drives on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From Pro.
It's SportsAnimalABQ.com, the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line 505-246-0610. All right. You know I'm going to do this, but I bid on some clickbait, and I'm going to share it with you. So Nevada Sportsnet. That's what's that dude's name that does that?
Chris Murray?
Yeah. All right. So he put out a rank. I click on these things and then I love reading the people lose their mind. Ranking the Mountain West football coaches 1 through 10. All right. Do you want to guess? I don't think you've seen this. Have you?
I have not.
All right. How would you rank the? You don't have to go through all of it, man. You don't have to go to Northern Illinois and whatever. But how would you rank the top? Let's just say 5. And how do you think he ranked?
Top 5 coaches in the Mountain West. All right.
Right.
I'm going Mullen.
Okay.
Eck.
Okay. There's a logjam, 3, 4, 5, right?
I don't. Who's the head coach of North Dakota State?
North Dakota State's coach is Tim Vlasic.
Okay, making sure. I got to learn the name. North Dakota State, Northern Illinois. I got to get those names out there. I go Calhoun.
Okay, that would be 3.
Chang.
Okay, 4.
Spartan is one.
Ken Niumatalolo.
Niumatalolo.
Okay, that'd be your top 5.
Wait, my top 5.
All right. So it's similar. So he went Dan Mullen at UNLV 1, Troy Calhoun at Air Force 2, Jason Eck 3, Ken Niumatalolo 4, Timmy Chang 5. Then he went Vlasic from North Dakota State 6, Jeff Choate at Nevada 7, Jay Sawvell from Wyoming 8, Scotty Walden from UTEP 9, and Rob Harley, the new coach at Northern Illinois 10. And Rob Harley is, brand new there. And people are losing their mind in the comments, right? How can Eck not be 1? He's got to be top 2, and he's not 2, right? And Jason is a great coach. I think they're basing it on Dan Mullen's been an SEC coach of the year, been doing it at a high level, and Jason was really good at Idaho and had one good year at New Mexico, and that's probably it. And Troy Calhoun's been, 20 years, 19 years doing it at a place where they tell you can't win at Air Force on a regular basis, right? And then the Hawaii people are flat out losing their mind because they think Timmy Chang's great. I think there's 5, probably 6. I think there's really good coaches in this. Are you mad? Mullen, Calhoun, Eck, Niumatalolo, and Chang? Anything bother you on that?
No, I think there's a fair debate, taking your hat off whatever team you want, that Jason Eck could be the best coach in this conference, given what he's done with the resources at his schools versus Dan Mullen.
Yeah, and by the time it's all said and done, Jason Eck may have more success than Dan Mullen. We'll see. Mullen won. This isn't necessarily what went down last year. Now, if I was starting a program, I'd be happy taking, honestly, if I was hiring right now, I would be happy if I had either Jason Eck or Dan Mullen. I know both of them a little bit personally. I might lean Jason Eck a little bit. If you were starting a program right now, I don't think you can go wrong with either one, could you?
If
you're hiring right
ground
now.
Floor,
yeah,
we need to get this thing going. It's Jason.
Okay. And so that's fair, because Jason came into a program that was 4-8, 5-7. They were 5-7, right? Mullen took over a program that had gone to a couple of. Well, was last year his second year or first? Last year was his second year, right? He took over a program that had been turned around, correct?
Yeah.
Eck took over a program that needed to be turned. Look, I'm not. You want to tell me Eck's your number one guy? I don't have a problem with it. But I'm going to tell you, if I'm starting a program, either one of those guys, I like what Jason does, his passion in the community, and I love the way players love to play for him, and the same thing for Dan Mullen. I mean, look, Dan Mullen won regularly at Mississippi State in the SEC. Now, go look at what Mississippi State did before Dan Mullen and has done since Dan Mullen. That's even when Mike Leach was there, right? Dan Mullen did a hell of a job at Mississippi. And when he was at Florida, it wasn't all that bad. It just wasn't up to their standard. That's the guy that was SEC Coach of the Year. So I don't think you can go wrong either way. And they got Calhoun too. You would have him 3. And look, if you want to tell me he's 1 or 2, I can listen to that argument as well. What he's done all these. And then Kenny Matulolo and Timmy. Right. I clicked on the bait.
That's not really clickbait. I think that's a great summer story. And I do think it's a good conversation right now in the new look Mountain West to kind of discuss the coaches here and where these programs are at.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see, what the biggest, what's really important here is the bottom of this league. And when I say the bottom, JJ, I think the top 5. And I think the top 5 are going to be, pick your order, New Mexico, UNLV, Air Force, Hawaii, and North Dakota State. Okay? I think the top 5 are going to be good. I think San Jose State's going to be respectable to good. They tell me they got a quarterback. Let's see it. Nevada, Wyoming, UTEP, and Northern Illinois have got to get better. And Nevada's always hovering right around that 5, 6, 7 win, right? They've got to get better. They claim they got a quarterback. UTEP has got, but have you seen UTEP's schedule? Like, it's a murderer's freaking row of a schedule. And then Northern Illinois, let's see what they are. They got a late coaching change, right? They're coming into a new league. It's going to be a lot more travel. It's going to be really interesting to see what they end up doing. But let's see what they do. But to me, what's going to be key to this league, because I do believe UNLV's good, New Mexico's good, Air Force is going to be bad. I really believe they're going to be better. I think Hawaii's nice. I think North Dakota State's going to be good.
The Hawaii is the one that says, okay, enjoy. UNLV, UNM, the Bison talking about their FCS championship. Absolutely. But you got to come play our offense. And can you keep up with that? I think they're going to be an issue, and I'm with you. I think the top 5 is strong. The Nevada one, I think, is a little tough to wrap your head around. Just why? I'm not saying win the conference, but it's like, how are you not 5, 6 wins, kind of floating around there? Okay, maybe down the 4. Like, they've been bad during this stretch. I think Northern Illinois will be better, kind of back to that close to bowl eligibility more times than not going forward. But the one I'm just kind of up in the air is, and what is like UTEP ever going to be?
All right, so UTEP, have you seen their schedule, dude? So they open up at Oklahoma. Oklahoma opens up at home games with UTEP and New Mexico. Or no, they get New Mexico later, like third. But they open up with Oklahoma, and then they play Texas Southern at home. Then they got to go to the Big House. So they have road games at Oklahoma and at Michigan. Like, well, I mean, how are you supposed to? First of all, what were you, a 2-win team last year? And you're going to go get paddled like that? Then they get a home game against Oregon State. And then they go into Mountain West play. And they come to New Mexico right after, right? So that's their first Mountain West, October 3rd. And, I mean, their road games, the Mountain West, are at New Mexico, at North Dakota State, at Air Force, and NIU. They don't play UNLV. They avoid UNLV. And then you were asking about Nevada. Nevada opens up with a home game against Western Kentucky out of CUSA. That's one of the better teams out of Conference USA. look out for Montana State, right? I mean, that's a game like Montana State came in here and beat the Lobos a few years back, right? Then they go to Middle Tennessee, another Conference USA team, and their other non-conference game will be on Halloween at UCLA. Yeah, it's the bottom of the league has got to get better this year. It has to. And
at some point, the bottom is just going to be bad, and I don't think it's going to get better.
You think it's going to be that way in the Pac-12? I mean, somebody's going to obviously be a 3-win team in the Pac-12 too, right?
There's going to be bad teams, but I look at UTEP since 2000.
Yeah,
they played in 6 bowl games, but
since 2000 they played in 6 bowls.
They played in 6 bowl games.
Ours 3 times, right? Yeah, they played Utah State, they played Fresno State, and they
5
played
seasons
BYU.
where they finished above 500.
Yep.
There's 8-4 or 7-6.
Okay.
And then the rest, it's all flat out.
Yeah, 2-win games.
2-1, 4, 3-1 seasons.
Yeah, and Bobby's got to turn it around. I mean, he's just, and I spent a lot of time with him. And look, every coach is confident. Every coach. It's funny actually. I when I was at the spring meetings, I ended up in a conversation for a while with Bobby Walden and Jeff Choate, the 2 guys we're talking about right now. It's they both feel really like every coach. They've had success, right? They became head coaches because they've had success somewhere, and they know their way works. It's resource wise, can you get to that? And I think Nevada's schedule is way more manageable, right? Play in Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, Montana State, and UCLA, and having to go to Oklahoma and Michigan. UTEP, because Bobby was going, yeah, we're not doing that. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails jeff@sportsanimaleybq.com and jj@sportsanimaleybq.com. How is your landscape, your yard? How does it look? Is it awesome? Is it immaculate? Do you love it? Then you've had work done by LaBarge Landscape, have it. If that's all right. It's okay. It's an embarrassment. Well, then you need LaBarge. I needed LaBarge Landscape because mine was, it's okay. I needed help. They came over and stoked me, not only at home, but also at one of my businesses. They've taken care of what we're doing, and I love it. They will do it for you as well. Go over to their website, labargelandscape.net, LABARGE, labargelandscape.net. Bounce around the gallery and look at some of the beautiful projects they've created, and then give them a call. If you want to redo, you're looking to redo the whole landscape, they're going to take care of it. Tell them what you're looking to do, and they will make it happen. If you don't know exactly what you want, but I know I got to do something, Ashley and the design team, they'll come over, they'll look at your space, they'll talk to you, see what you want, and they'll create that landscape of your dream. They've been doing it in this market for 33 years. They are family owned. They are family operated. They are fantastic. I recommend them highly. Call LaBarge Landscape, 505-345-3000. 505-345-3000. It's LaBarge Landscape, too good for words.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the
First, what's really important?
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare.
Enough? I got breaking news for you, JJ. Do the breaking news? New York Mets have fired their manager. Carlos Mendoza fired following the 34-47 start for the Metropolitans. He was in his third season with the club. There was an option for 27 that was not exercised. Andy Green, the former Padres manager, is going to step in as the interim for the remainder of the season. He takes over a team who has lost 6 straight games. They are 34-47 overall, and he is now out. Carlos Mendoza out as the New York Metropolitan manager. Mets are sitting currently in last place in the National League East, 15 games behind the Braves. I can't sit here and tell you this is a shock. It might be a shock that it took this long, to be honest with you.
It's probably that.
Right?
Like now, they make the move.
Well, the payroll for the Mets is one of the highest in baseball. Every year, you sit around. Look, let me just tell you, if you think Nick Fan is obnoxious, when Met Fan finally wins, and they will, at some point the Mets will win. Everything's cyclical. They're going to be the worst because Nick Fan was united in New York. Met Fan is beat on and peed on by Yankee Fan daily. And so when they finally do something, they're going to be obnoxious. But maybe this works. Look, remember when the Phillies were horrible and they fired their manager and Don Mattingly took over, and now they're 4 games back and they're right there in the wild card race, and the Phillies have played way better baseball. They're the number 1 team in the wild card right now. I mean, granted, it's June 26th, and I mean, we've got a long way to go, but they're in contention. It did a whole lot for them, didn't it?
It did. Got a little bit of a spark. No doubt about it. Waking some people up.
So that happened this morning. That's what goes down. All right. If you want to get in on USA and Turkey, you can. What does it mean? There's not, I mean, what are you going to, if you win the game yesterday, you pound your chest and you're 3-0, I would argue, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you loss is a good thing because it's not. The fact that they were competitive, and JJ, would you say 9 substitute starters, right?
Yeah, 9 different starters
All right.
for the United States.
So you got 9 guys who normally wouldn't have started. Pulisic comes in and plays the back end. Looked really good. Against a Turkey team that was just playing for something to feel better as they go back. Because, look, they're public. When they go back, and the Turkish people are pissed, right? This was a team that was supposed to compete in this group that I think people thought was the second best team in this group, right?
That was a feeling going in, was they could be the second best team, and you saw the attacking talent last night. There's some players that play at a really high level, especially back in Turkey and then around Europe. And for them, they had 62 shots first 2 games. Did not score a goal.
Which is insanity.
A little bad luck mixed in.
All right.
But
so they got to go back and deal with the Turkish public and the press and everything that's going on there. So they were playing for pride and they were playing for something to lean on. And their notch is they're the only team that beat the team and won the group. Cool. And they got something to go back and feel good about. So you're playing a team that was desperate for just something, and they're playing for more than you were playing for, because you were playing really for history and nothing else. The history being no United States men's national team had ever won all 3 games of group stage in the world. That doesn't happen, but that's not the big prize. That's not what you wanted. You kept the guys who are on yellows off the pitch. You clear their card count. Is there a name for that? A ledger? What do we call it? Is there some soccer term for that? Your card count, your ledger?
That works.
Okay.
Card count.
All right. You clear that, and you go into the next stage on Wednesday, knowing that Christian Pulisic is back. Now, who comes out of the starting lineup, JJ, with, because I got to believe Pulisic is in, right? He looked good. 4 more days of treatment and training, and I don't know how you keep him off pitch.
No, you don't, that's not a question.
Right? So
you
who comes out?
It's just a starting lineup that you played against Paraguay with.
Okay.
Yeah. They started Pepe in Game 2 against Australia when Felix wasn't there with the rest of the starters from Game 1. It's exactly the Game 1 lineup.
All right. So now you get Bosnia and Herzegovina. Look, I don't know much about them. I understand that they're big. They're really good on set pieces. That they're dangerous. Have you watched them at all as you go into this next round and take on Bosnia and Herzegovina? The tallest team in the World Cup. Tallest. They're big guys. So set pieces make sense.
And
right?
that's placed the United States with their backups last night looked pretty good at.
Was set pieces. Yeah.
And so that's always a fascinating part of the game is to take those chances. Definitely have some experienced players. See, Kolizniak has played in Premier League forever until the last couple of years is a fullback for Bosnia and Herzegovina. So they have talent and experience in the roster, but the game the United States is going to be favored in.
Yeah,
and they should be.
And they should. But it won't be easy. Bosnia and Herzegovina is ranked 64th in the FIFA rankings. And they pushed Canada to a draw, right? 1-1 with Canada.
Yeah, that's kind of what
they
propelled
beat Italy,
them.
right? They beat Italy.
Their path to the World Cup was insane.
Yeah.
Beating Wales and Italy, and it took penalty kicks in both those games.
All right, we're going to talk some women's hoop when we get back. JJ's got a conversation. You're going to meet one of the new Lady Lobos. We've been meeting some of the Lobo men's basketball players over the week. JJ, Maya Thompson was your interview, and we'll listen to that. When we return, top of the hour, 9 o'clock, Ben Gasperich is going to be with us, San Diego Golf Club. We're going to talk to him about the U.S. Open that happened last week, which was great, and then get you a golf tip. Dusty Young, the executive director of the New Mexico Activities Association, scheduled at 9:30 this morning on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports App.
A northbound disabled vehicle on I-20.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Said instead of hoeing, we should have said go. Not wrong. Not wrong. I mean, Mexico. The opening drive, Jeff and JJ, 95.9 FM, more so AM 610, the Sports Channel. All right, so JJ, you were out at the both men's and women's basketball open practices at UNM this week. You got to mingle with the stars as check you out.
Just trying to let everyone know. You'll see me a lot around here.
It's good. It's good.
Nice to meet you.
What'd you find at the ladies' practice?
I found a really good freshman. I think Maya Thompson is going to be very exciting this season, and she has cherry and silver in her family as her dad. Germany played for the Lobos, 98-99 season, went on to win a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens.
Hey.
How about that?
Yeah, about that.
I'm from Dallas, Texas, but has family in the metro area, so was it always meant to be?
All right, here's JJ's conversation with Lobo freshman Maya Thompson.
Maya Thompson, a freshman from Dallas, Texas. How does it feel to officially be a Lobo?
I mean, it feels amazing. I love my coaches, teammates, and just the whole environment out here. It's awesome.
You're committed, of course, to the last coaching staff. There's that change. What was that process like for you, and were you always going to come here if that was a possibility?
Yeah, you know, I love the school so much. I love the fan base so much. That was a big pull factor. And, you know, when I got that first call from Coach Amy, she was awesome. I mean, she mentioned facts like she's a relationships coach. She's really big on grades. And it's like, I don't know, it's almost kind of motherly to me. Like, those are the things my mom worries about most. So to come here under her is amazing. And I'm grateful.
Yeah, of course, your dad played football at UNM. You have family in the city. So was going to sporting events something you did, like, growing up, was coming to Lobo games when you came into town?
No, usually I didn't come in season. Yeah, I would come in the summer. But I always came around the school. Like, Frontier, I was always up there. I always go to the bookstore. I mean, I have a whole bunch of Lobo gear just from the bookstore. And, yeah, even when I was little, I mean, college day at school, I was always repping the Lobo. So it was full circle to come here.
Was there a moment, as you were growing playing basketball, you're starting to get recruited, that you really thought, hey, instead of just being a fan, this is where you wanted to hopefully play basketball?
Yeah, my whole recruitment journey, people would ask me where I wanted to go. It's like, I really don't know. So when I came on my visit, it just really, really felt like home here. And I mean, it already kind of was my home away from home. So it was awesome.
I know you're just a freshman, but having family in the city and kind of being comfortable, have you helped bring in some of the new players, the transfers, just get them used to everything?
Yeah, I mean, I've been putting them on to some of my food spots. I love Dion's. That's like, I always go there.
Well, what's your go-to order?
I usually get a ham and cheese sandwich, 6-inch, no tomatoes, no onion, chips, and a lemonade.
Do you use the Greek dressing on it?
Of course.
Yes, you got to. And then a little green chili ranch maybe if you're getting the pizza slice with Maya Thompson, the freshman, joining us. How would you describe your style of play?
Athletic, gritty. And I just play really hard. That's something I take pride in.
What's your favorite road trip snack?
Right now, I'm really on Hot Ruffles and like any type of gummy candy. So like Lifesaver gummies, Skittle gummies.
Yeah. When you get some time away, what do you like to do? Movies, music, just scrolling on the phone?
Yeah, I've been really big into naps lately. Like, even if I could get a nap in like 5 minutes, I'll take it. But I also love to shop. I love to watch movies, catch up on shows. Me and a couple of my teammates have really been into Love Island lately, so Love Island every night, and usually a Disney movie during the day when we're together. So,
have you gone through what it's going to be like when you hear your name announced in the pit as a Lobo?
I mean, probably pretty emotional. Like, I mean, all the hard work to get here, and plus, like, I know my family will be here. I'm just really proud of, all I've overcome to be here, and, to be here with my teammates and my coaches, like I said, it's really important to me, and I'm super excited.
Well, at least she's got knows her way around Dion, right? And she can't wait to hear her name called, and that's good. I'm looking forward to seeing her play, and with the lineage that she's got. How big is she?
It's 5'11".
All right.
I think she could be one of the best offense players on the team next season. A really good game, score at all three levels, really good athlete. And I think it was one that the new coaching staff, when they came in, said, all right, here's the pieces. What can we bring back? Who can re-recruit? That this was a big piece for them.
Yeah. Where's she from?
She's from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah. All right. That'll be a good one. I think they're going to be exciting too. By the way, where did I see this yesterday? So the Learfield Cup, how have we not hit this yet? The Learfield Cup, did you see this yesterday? The Learfield Cup standings came out. Grammer had it all over his stuff yesterday. And UNM again was number one in as far as non-power schools in Learfield, which again, the depth of this athletic program, it just goes on to continue to show what they do and what football means, and why were they left behind, and why the success that you've got everywhere. Their marketing staff are forewarns from the NACMA. Their success in softball this year, obviously their track and field success, what they do in men's basketball, women's basketball has always been competitive. You go up and down. I mean, they've been struggling over the last few years in volleyball, but if you say there's a program that struggled, right? Volleyball would be it probably the last bunch of years. Men's and women's golf are always competitive. Tennis has been competitive. It's been
softball bounced back in a big way this past year.
Right? And so it had been football. And I don't know, man, if you found a Jason Eck 5 years ago, I think you'd be having a different conversation as far as conference affiliation and where you are, and you'd probably feel better about it. And so, the next time there's some sort of realignment and conference reconfiguration, you got to remember this as well. As you thumb through the social medias, the people who are posting their opinions as fans don't make the decision, right? Oh, I don't want to go to Albuquerque. Bleep those fans. Those, right? They don't make the.
I can get in line. I don't want to go to Fresno.
Right? I mean, do you love going to Logan, Utah?
No.
Oh, you can't get to Laramie. I don't know, dude. What's easier to get to, Laramie or Logan? In the winter? Neither one.
What's easy to get to? Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah, you fly into an airport and you got a mile and a half and you're at the facility. And a pretty damn nice facility. And a competitive team on the other side. Yeah, but altitude, Jeff. We're not going to altitude. Unless it's Logan or it's Colorado State.
That is the softest thing to ever come out of San Diego. Was the crying about the altitude.
Do they do it when they go?
You're not playing a 6-game series. Like, your pitchers maybe can cry about it when they had to come play the University of New Mexico. Playing a 40-minute basketball game with conditioned athletes, and you get multiple TV timeouts and timeouts. Like, it was the softest thing to ever come out of San Diego.
Yeah, and they do complain about it when they go to Air Force and when they go to, Colorado State. But, I mean, they're still going to have to go to Logan. They're still going to have to go to Colorado State. What's the elevation? Isn't there elevation of Boise? Boise's elevation is 2,700 feet, so it's half of what it is here. But it's still elevation, right? All right. Get your golf tip, fix your golf game. Coming up at 9:00, we're going to talk to Ben Gasparich about that and about the U.S. Open and about how cool that was and what it meant for Wyndham Clark and just the historical perspective. That's at 9:30. We are expecting to have a conversation with Dusty Young, who is the executive director of the New Mexico Activities Association, in regards to all the rule changing and really the transfer rules, and hopefully answer some of your questions. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports.
This report is sponsored by Duracell, built different. From remotes to automatic corkscrews.
Customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German Car Maintenance and Repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWillerAuto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on
Doing car care right.
Get yourself over to John Thomas Jewelers. Like today would be my advice for you. It's the opening drive, Jeff and JJ. Why today? If not today, do it tomorrow. I've been telling you about the stunning new showroom at John Thomas Jewelers. They're celebrating with the biggest event in the history of John Thomas Jewelers. They are my jewelry store, and you're going to understand it. The second you walk in the door, you'll understand why. This week only, it runs through the 27th, which happens to be tomorrow. When you spend $1,000 on anything in the store at John Thomas Jewelers, you'll receive a $1,000 pair of lab-grown diamond stud earrings absolutely free, but that's just where it starts. You celebrate the new showroom every single day of this event. They're going to give away a beautiful piece of jewelry worth over $1,000. Entry is free, but you must enter in the store. They've got a matcha bar going on. Then on Saturday, which is tomorrow, one lucky grand prize winner will receive a custom-designed piece of jewelry worth $3,000. The best part, you get to help design it. It's New Mexico's largest bridal selection, custom jewelry created with cutting-edge 3D design technology. Diamonds sourced personally by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which you know is the diamond capital of the world. And they offer you the only free lifetime nationwide warranty in all of New Mexico. It's 5 days only, and it ends tomorrow, the 27th. John Thomas Jewelry, 10501 Montgomery Northeast. It's right between Dion's and El Patron. It's up on the second floor. Celebrate the new showroom and leave with something unforgettable at John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. 505-246-0610 is how to get in today. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. The breaking news this morning, the Mets have fired their manager. They get Carlos Mendoza has been let go after a 34-47 start. They've lost 6 in a row. So they make the change. That is your baseball news, of course. What are people going to be talking about as you go through the day? Turkey beats the USA 3-2. You're going, what the hell is Turkey? I thought it was just Turkey. I know we're all the same way, but that's really not the point. The point is they didn't get any points last night. It doesn't matter is the point, because the USA is moving on and they had already won the group stage. Do you think that follows through at all? I mean, the majority of guys who were going to start the match against Bosnia and Herzegovina in the knockout round didn't even play yesterday. And so I would think, if they went out and played and said, yeah, it doesn't matter, we got beat. But if they were on the pitch, I think it would carry over. The dudes who were going to be out there they lost because they're on the team, but they didn't play. So that's why I think it doesn't carry over much. People are saying, well, it's a mindset and you just got beat. Yeah, but
not when it's 9 different starters.
Right? That's how I feel with that thing. It's like, okay, cool, but those guys aren't going to be like in Pochettino's I don't care who likes it. I don't care how you feel about it. And I think he handled it the right way. If he would have gone out to win the game and one of those 4 guys who were sitting on a yellow card gets another yellow card and all of a sudden they're not available for the knockout round and something crazy happens in the next round, then he's got to eat all that. I think, and again, I'm not pretend to be some sort of soccer strategist, but it feels to me like he handled this perfect.
It's the only way you could handle it.
Well, he could have.
It would have been a disaster. And there's not a manager that would have to risk one of your starting players in a game that will not change who or where you're playing in the round of 6.
They could have made history by winning the 3 games of the group stage. That would have been the first time ever. And his quote was, making history is winning the World Cup, not winning 3. And he's right. He's right. he said that if you're dwelling on that defeat, it's a little bit petty and too small. And again, I think he's right. You know, when you're living in the moment on Thursday, cool, but get to the next 2 weeks and see what happens. That's where you can make it. So you lost to Turkey. Turkey, yay. Turkey, yay. They're on a plane headed back.
Changed in 2022, by the way.
What did? Turkey, yay?
Mm-hmm.
So it officially changed? They were really called Turkey?
Yep.
Did they, so they called themselves Turkey and then they went to Turkey, yay? Does it say why?
To best represent the expression of the Turkish people's culture, civilization, and values.
Turkey, yay. All right. That's great intel. Got great intel for you when we come back. Ben Gasprich is the head PGA professional, San Diego Golf Club. Get you a golf tip and talk about the Open that was last week. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans.
Opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
It is the Travelers Championship in Connecticut this week for the PGA Tour. Looky here, former U.S. Open champion, former Aztec J.J. Spaun sitting at top of the leaderboard, tied with Eric Cole at 7 under, Michael Kim and Brian Campbell and Akshay Bhatia and Victor Hovland and Scotty Scheffler and Ben Griffin and all these guys. Dang, man. There's like 10 dudes tied at -6. It's the opening drive. Thanks for finding us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Hope you have a tea time this weekend. Hope you are going to get to enjoy it. The golf courses all got a drink of water yesterday. That includes the beautiful Sandia Golf Club. The head PGA professional out there is Ben Gasparich. He joins us this morning on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Benjamin. How you living?
Doing good, Jeff. How you guys doing?
Life's grooving. You get a little drink on the golf course yesterday? Probably was thirsty, huh?
You know, with all the hot weather we've been having, it was good. It came down pretty good over here for about an hour at least. Yes. So it was we'll take every bit we can get.
It's good. What do you do on the greens? Because I noticed some of the greens around town were getting a little fuzzier. That normally this time of year they're super fast, but you got to keep them a little longer because if you keep them as short as normal, they burn up pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, 100%. I think this time of year when you know it's as dry as it is and as hot as it's been for 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, you have to you got to let them grow a little bit, let them get a little bit of health into them because if you keep them too low, too good, this time of year you're gonna have big issues come some of the great time in September and October when the weather is perfect.
All right, I want to look back a week. I know the Open was last week, the U.S. Open. Wyndham Clark going wire to wire, and it got nervy down towards the end. He jars that long putt on 16. I listen to people say, he almost choked, man. You ever sit on a lead like that, like almost choked? Did you see the putt he made on 16? All I know is a dude going wire to wire and running away from the field like he did was pretty damn impressive to me on that golf course where 3 dudes out of 154 who started the week ended up under par. I don't know what you thought, but I thought that was pretty impressive.
Oh, 100%. I mean, to go wire to wire in any golf tournament, I don't care if it's, the city championship here in town, that's pretty impressive to do. So to do it in the U.S. Open, that's, impressive stuff. Had the restart on Friday with him not getting to finish on Thursday. So routine getting thrown off a little bit. And then, all the playing with Scotty in the last group on his birthday, getting, chasing the career Grand Slam, and everyone on the entire golf course rooting for Scotty, not you, and for him to stick in there and do it, make the putt on 16, and then, make a couple bars on the stretch to take it home was quite impressive.
Ben, I think that's
say what you want about him.
Yeah,
but it's impressive stuff.
I think that's one of the biggest things you just brought up. Like you're playing with the number one player in the world, and Tiger used to have that. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you Scotty Scheffler has that absolute aura yet, but I think he's earning it. And to play with the world number one, who's making a little bit of a charge, and as you said, going for the career Grand Slam, and this the fact that everyone was against you, dude. What's not likable about Wyndham Clark? Like, why are you against that guy? I thought the mental aspect was really, really a big part of this whole thing. And we've talked about this a lot. I don't think there's a huge gap between number 1 and number 50 in talent. It tends to be above the shoulders.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think to be in that situation and to be able to kind of perform the way he did obviously shows the mental, game and how strong his mental game is. And I think that's, what separates a lot of those guys at that level, as we've talked about here. All those guys are the best golfers in the world, but, 6 inches between your ears is the biggest important piece of it all, I think. And he showed, a lot of grit. I mean, he didn't have a great start. He could have easily shot 40 on the back nine and got 10th, and no one would have said anything about it. But for him to battle back and stay in that golf tournament and have end up winning it was quite impressive. I think with everything that he dealt with, obviously last year's U.S. Open, that kind of thing on it, from last year, I think this kind of was huge for him, and you could see it, emotionally when he was done talking and everything, just how much I think it meant for him to win a second one and kind of validate himself, as a someone who's a top player, in the game right now.
Ben Gasparich is the head PGA professional at the Sandia Golf Club. He's with us on the Sports Animal.
Jeff, I think you brought up an interesting thing. They said, what's not to like about Wyndham Clark? He's he's a little edgy. You listen to him in interviews, he can kind of have some of that
Which I
Bryson DeChambeau about him. So it's understandable how the crowd kind of gravitates towards Scotty Scheffler. But, Ben, when you look at just having personality, having guys that it's just, yeah, Wyndham Clark is awesome, but, people kind of root against him. What do you get out of that, and just kind of how fans react to the different personalities of these players?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great for the game to have some personalities, different types. We don't need the same, 130 guys that are just going to give you the kind of cookie cutter answer every time you talk to them. I think having guys like that are good for the game. I think it brings up, good topics, to talk about the game. And, for the fans, I think you can light root for whoever you want. I think for people to be as upset as what happened last year when the country club that it happened at has already accepted his apology and said that we're fine and we're moving on, and they're still kind of upset about it is a little bit whatever to me. But I think for guys like that, with some of the guys like Bryson and some of these Brooks Koepkas and Wyndham Clarks of the world, it's fun. It brings a little bit of a different edge to the game of golf that every sport has rivalries. Every sport has got teams that they hate and teams that they like. So when you have a little bit of a personality from somebody, and you can have people feel kind of one way or the other on you. I think it's good for sports. I think it's good for golf for sure.
All right. Can I ask you for a bonus tip before we get into your tip today?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, you can put it on my account and charge me for it.
Okay. I'll add it to the tab.
All right. I'm playing in a 3-day, 4-ball, two-person team match play tournament. Starts today. It's today, tomorrow, the next day. Any strategy suggestions or suggestions just going into a 2-person 4-ball match play tournament? How do you play them? Or you just go play your ball and play golf?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing in 2-man person tournaments is definitely to kind of focus on your game and play it like you normally would, instead of trying to kind of focus on, oh, my partner's in trouble, I need to kind of, I need to play safe, or, try to start doing something that you normally wouldn't do when you're out on the golf course. I think also, playing the kind of strengths. If somebody's a really good par 3 player, have that person go second.
Ooh.
Have the first person go first, and maybe they hit a good one and then kind of frame up even more par 5s, maybe have a shorter hitter hit it, try to hit one in the fairway, and then the longer guy can kind of take a run at it. So, using a little bit of strategy there. But I think the biggest thing is playing your own game, play your shot, and add it up at the end. And usually, if you can just kind of play your normal golf and multiple day events like that over 2 or 3 days, you're going to be pretty close to the lead, because it's tough to play decent for multiple days in a row. So I think play your game, focus on that, and enjoy the company.
You know what I learned in these things? You don't win each hole on the tee shot. And I've watched, I've hit a ball out of bounds in one hole. I hit a ball in the water a couple weeks ago in a tournament and won the hole. I hit one behind the tree and won the hole. And I've lost holes when I thought, I hit the better drive. The tee shot doesn't make the hole, man. There's a lot of ways to make par.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you just kind of, match play especially is a crazy format. It's way different than stroke play. It's obviously kind of you against your partner. There's, I've won holes with 7s before, and I've, lost holes making 2s and 3s before. So it's, you have to, you just kind of play your game, and you're never out of it for sure. Like you said, you get momentum's a big thing in match play. You win a couple holes, and all of a sudden, wheels start kind of coming off on the other side, and you never know what's going to happen. So they're fun formats and fun events for sure.
Until the dude drops a 30-foot putt on you, you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. After you get it to 6 feet, you're like, all right, here we go.
All right, Ben Gasparich is with us. He's the head PGA professional at the Sandia Golf Club. What golf tip did you have?
Yeah, today I'm more kind of, I think this is more in line with kind of just scoring and getting comfortable, kind of maybe shooting lower numbers, especially for your kind of mid to maybe high single-digit handicaps. Is playing kind of different tee boxes. Is something we used to do back when I was going up in high school golf. As we go out, we play from the forward tee boxes and try to shoot under par, or try to shoot, sub 33, or we try to shoot under 40, or whatever it may be that you're kind of working towards. So I think we talked about the mental game a little bit with some of the best players in the world, but I think with amateur golfers, that's a big thing of it too. You get someone that's starting to play a little bit better, they're trying to break 80 for the first time, and they get right around that number of 80. and they start kind of freaking out and they get kind of nervous. So going out, go play 9 holes, go get comfortable shooting even par or a couple under, or, shooting the lower scores than what you're used to playing. And then it, kind of makes that more attainable, makes it more of a, something that you're, more comfortable with. I think especially for people as they're trying to get better, that's a big hurdle to kind of get over, and of that just kind of excitement that comes out of trying to, shoot a career low or trying to shoot something that's lower than they normally do. So go play, 2 tee boxes up, go play 3 tee boxes up, go kind of mess around with it and kind of get used to shooting those scores to build some of that confidence.
I played your place a few years back with some people, and they played up tees, so I played up tees with them, and I put up for me a pretty good number, and I almost felt guilty. Like someone said, you still got to chip and putt. You still got to put the ball in the hole, no matter where you're putting your drive. And so instead of having 170 in, you got 120 in. You still got to chip and putt and put the ball in the hole.
100%. I think it just works on scoring, and like you say, it doesn't matter. Still got to hit the ball in the fairway. Still got to keep it in play. Still have to make putts, hit shots. So it's obviously shorter distances in make the game a little bit easier, but it's part of that scoring and part of that kind of process of becoming a better golfer for sure.
Yeah, it makes the golf course different too. All right, what's going on at your place?
Busy around here, obviously, with the 4th of July weekend. I want everybody to come out and enjoy the beautiful weather. So it's going to kind of cool down a little bit next week. So tee times, Cubs this Sunday, and grill and restaurant open up top. So we're rocking and rolling out here at Sandia.
Well, SandiaGolf.com. Book your tee time there. Ben, always appreciate the conversation. Thanks for the tips. I'll let you know how they work for me. And we'll catch up with you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you. See you. Ben Gaspers, the head PGA professional at Sandia Golf Club. All right, no, that makes sense. So, like, whoever, the long drive, have him go second. The shorter guy put one in the fairway. And, yeah, makes sense.
I like it.
Tell you how it works. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Meineke on San Pedro, doing car care right.
505-246-0610. Appreciate Ben Gasbridge coming in this morning. Topes and Bees tonight at the ballpark. You can listen to it here on the Sports Animal. You get your next USA soccer match, World Cup Wednesday. It'll be in the afternoon against Bosnia and Herzegovina. It'll be in the Bay Area. That'll be knockout round after the 3-2 loss to Turkey. Yay. Jack says, look at that, man. So Jack had like the U with the 2 dots over it, and like, look at his great punctuation grammar. Turkey was the most desperate club. And you know what the OD says about the most desperate team? Yeah, so that theory, the desperate team theory holds true typically in Mountain West men's basketball, right?
Yes.
Like there's two teams and who needs it the most, and that theory tends to hold water in men's basketball. Hey, I somehow missed this story. Tiger Woods made his first public appearance since his arrest earlier this week. He was at TPC River Highlands in Connecticut, where they're doing the Travelers this weekend, and he introduced CEO Brian Rolap during a news conference. He flew up there to attend a board meeting where, as you probably heard, there's significant changes going on in the PGA's future competitive model, and they were approved there. But he returned to the U.S. a couple of weeks ago. He was seeking treatment in Switzerland following that DUI charge. So he's the chairman of the Future Competition Committee, which I'm not sure I knew that. And that did much of the groundwork for the changes that take effect in 2028, including the golfers playing in either a championship series or a challenger series. They're revamping the whole. We haven't really got into this, have we? The new PGA. But Rolap said, having Tiger involved is a big deal. And I know you put this on the list, and I've been meaning to get to this over the last couple of days. Where the hell is it? Is it on today's list?
PGA Tour news?
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is. The new model, and thank you for putting this together. The new model, so, and we probably should have got into this with Ben. There's two separate series of tournaments. So there's the PGA Tour Championship Series and then the Challenger Series. They'll run concurrently during the season. The Challenger Series is going to be the primary pathway to the Championship Series, with golfers competing to advance to the top track. So it's almost like another level, right? So you've got almost
golf taking a page out of soccer,
right? But they already kind of have that with what's the Nike Tour now called?
This is more feels not necessarily like we don't, what is the Corn Ferry or whatever?
Yeah, that's the Corn. Yeah, there's going to be 24 events of the championship, 16 signature events. So the Players Championship, the 4 majors, the season-ending events, the President's Cup or Ryder Cup. Each of the 16 signature events will be 72-hole stroke play tournaments. Average field size 120 golfers, 36-hole cuts, top 65 in ties. So each will have a person with at least $20 million. That goes February through August. The Challenger Series, the lower one, 20 tournaments minimum. The tour hopes it'll include emerging talent alongside players fighting their way back up. I wonder how they're gonna televise that, and I'm interested. I'm not sure I love it or hate it. I think you're still gonna see your top players on the championship series, right? You'll still be able to watch what you're watching. I'm not even sure we're gonna notice a difference. It just feels like there's another opportunity for emerging stars to make some more money and play more competitive golf. Is that what it feels like to you?
Would it be expanding opportunity for those golfers on the edge?
I think so.
Because to your point, is like, how does it look different than what the PGA Tour is?
Yeah,
are they just kind of separate? Are they that, hey, we're opening up a little bit more to the younger players, some of the players fighting their way back. So instead of there being cut off, arbitrary cutoff here, we're expanding it. All y'all now can be in the Challenger Series.
Yeah.
And then here's our.
I think it's a great conversation next week for Ben or Nick, and we'll do it on Thursday since we're going to be off on Friday the 3rd. But I think we'll have that conversation with next week and see where that goes. All right, when we get back, I'm looking forward to this, and I know so many of you are. There's been a lot of news in high school sports, and a lot of questions about, okay, what is it going to look like? The NMAA approved earlier this week by a vote of 67-6 the new high school transfer, right? Where you're going to get one free transfer. What does it mean? Who's allowed to do it? Where will this all go? We're going to talk with Dusty Young, who's the executive director of the New Mexico Activities Association, and hopefully answer some of those questions. How do we get here? How do we land here? kind of, his thought on it. Is it the right spot? That next, opening drives on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sport Time.
This is We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
About it over the last month, now certainly weeks since it's been formally passed. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. The NMAA ruling that came down earlier this week, starting the 2026-27 school year, which is the upcoming school year, students may now transfer schools without penalty. That means they will be automatically eligible in regards to athletics and be immediately eligible at the school of their choice on their first transfer. It's one of several changes. It's Section 6 of the NMAA handbook. Member schools voted this week by a vote of 67 to 60 on the vote. Dusty Young is the executive director of the New Mexico Activities Association. That is the body that oversees high school athletics in the state of New Mexico. And he joins us this morning on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Dusty. How you doing?
Good morning. I am doing great. How about you?
Life's grooving. Thank you. And I appreciate you finding some time for us. I know this has been big and busy and a heated topic. And from your perspective, did the association land in the right spot on?
Well, I think we have to say yes, because the majority of our membership did approve the proposed changes. So it was obviously a very close vote. There were schools on both sides, but overall we are an association of member schools, and those schools voted, 67-60, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and what, 30 schools or 30-ish schools did not vote on this, right?
There's about 30. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we have about 157 schools total.
Is there a reason they didn't vote? I mean, did they not have a stance? Because this would have been the issue that everybody, I would assume, would have had an opinion on.
Well, I don't want to speak for any of those schools that did not submit a ballot. I can tell you, though, that this particular referenda item, this is the most votes we've ever had on a bylaw change, at least in my tenure over the last 20 years.
Okay. All right. So how does it work? Who is eligible? And so you've got a student, let's just say you're sophomore to junior year. Can you transfer anywhere? Can you transfer if you're in an Albuquerque school and you go to Highland and you want to go to Cibola, or if you're in a rural school and you want to transfer to, is it one free transfer no matter what?
So there's several layers to it still, but it's not a one free transfer. It's your first transfer. You can gain immediate eligibility. So we don't want to use that term one free because that could mean a few different things. It's the first time you transfer schools during your high school career, you can gain immediate varsity eligibility. Now, there's still some exceptions to that. If recruitment is involved or undue influence or following a coach, then there's still that 365 days of ineligibility that students might be subject to. And that's, I would say, the biggest thing that we want to promote to our parents and our communities is that, this isn't this first-time free transfer is not to build super teams. It's not to, go to the club sports route. It's more to provide more flexibility to families. And if there's a situation where a coach is recruiting kids, that's a serious violation. So not only is the kid that's coming over going to be subject to ineligibility, but that coach and that school are subject to sanctions as well.
Yeah, fines up to $5,000 is what I understand, correct?
That is correct, yes.
All right, so to transfer, do I have to move? Let's just say my son or daughter wants transfer. I don't have to move into a certain district, correct?
Correct, yeah. So with the new first-time transfer rule, essentially you get that move from one school to another. Doesn't have to come with a bona fide residence change or any of the other exceptions that we used to have. Now, those will still be in place for your second or any subsequent transfer. So again, down the road, if you decide to make a change again after moving one time to a new school, then there's still some exceptions available for moving, or if you have divorced parents or, exceptions like that.
Yeah, let me play that one out. So I opted for a transfer after freshman year, and then I get my job transferred from Albuquerque to Santa Fe. And so if a family moves and I want to enroll my child in a Santa Fe school, but he or she has already had that one transfer, now that we move, is my child going to be eligible immediately, or do they have to sit out for 365 days?
Yeah, as long as the bona fide residence change bylaws are followed, so the whole family has to move. You have to, leave your residence to move into a new residence. As long as all that paperwork is in line, then yeah, you could potentially get that second transfer and still be eligible as well.
He's Dusty Young, the executive director of the New Mexico Activities Association, with us on these sports.
Dusty, was this a situation where this was coming up a lot, or was it something to just clean up little things to where it doesn't become maybe a more major thing in the future?
Well, I think a little bit of both. So this is a topic that's been discussed for several years. So even when Sally Marquez was still the executive director, our bylaws committee would meet, periodically throughout the year, and a potential one free transfer was talked about quite a bit. And I would say just over the last 2 years, that discussion has got pretty hot and heavy, just due to national trends and societal trends, and things are a lot different nowadays than they were, even 20, 30 years ago. Families are moving more often. Unfortunately, divorced parents are more common. So we started taking a real deep dive and looking into Section 6 of our handbook, and this was really that one change that we wanted to put out there and discuss it quite a bit with our membership. And again, it was very close, but they said, yeah, let's go ahead and give it a try.
It does sound like that there are more real-life factors that are coming into play as opposed to the super teams. I think a lot of people would look at this and go, well, no, what's the point of doing this if players aren't going to maybe go to a few certain places? But you're just saying just more kind of real-life situations that were coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when the NMA handbook was built over 100 years ago, life was much more simple, and it was pretty easy to say you play where you live. And now as things have just changed with society in general and people moving quite often, and just family situations, we get petitions all the time that you look at it and you go, oh wow, okay, yeah, this person probably should be eligible, but per our bylaws, maybe they're not. So yeah, I just think it's just a combination of factors, societal trends, and again, this is pretty commonplace nationwide. We're one of about 20 states now that have some sort of first-time transfer regulation in place.
Dusty, you talked about recruiting and that kind of thing. How are you going to police that? Because I'm going to guess, you don't have a department, you're not staffed for that. And you're probably going to get inquiries all the time. Hey, they're doing this. My rival school's doing that. So how are you going to police that?
So, and this has always been the case, especially in recent years. Our schools and our communities do a really good job of policing each other. So, especially with social media and technology nowadays, there's a lot more ways to prove recruitment than in, the past. So, we've had this happen even before the rule change, where folks reach out, they say, hey, we feel like there's some recruitment involved or following a coach. And there's usually a paper trail. If it's a significant, evidence that we get, we can go back and say, yeah, this is a violation of our rules and regulations. So that's the one thing we want to stress again, is we're going to have our eyes on this, but there are 157 schools around the state that are going to have their eyes on it as well.
Yeah, I think the other thing is people are going to have to understand, like, there's going to be growing. This is going to be new, and there's going to be unforeseen things that come up. And when we sit here 365 days from now, you're going to have a little bit of a different perspective on it. Whilst the goal may be the same, you're going to find some things that maybe tripped you up along the way that need to be altered, changed, cleaned up a little bit as you go through. And I think it's just like anything else. That's not a bad thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And we're kind of a late adopter. We've seen several other state associations go through this over the last 5 years, and you're exactly right. Every single one of them, after year one, they had to make some minor tweaks, and that's fine, and I expect us to do the same.
Got a text from Steve. He says, so a coach takes a new job in state. A player on the old team can't transfer to that new school where the coach went, ? Why penalize the kid?
Because that's something that's always been in our handbook that our member schools have adopted, that students should not be following a coach. This is education-based athletics, and education is first, school is first, so that athletic portion is second. So, yeah, if you do follow that coach, there is that potential violation in the year of ineligibility.
Yeah. How was the conversation? As I looked at the way it voted, The Albuquerque schools, APS, I think, went 9-4 in favor of it. The Rio Rancho schools voted together in favor. The Las Cruces schools voted in all together opposed to it. How was the conversation when you got in the room or got together in the meeting?
Oh, well, I mean, I think that's a tough question to answer because we've really been talking about this for so long. It's not just that one board meeting where, you know, we were going back and forth on it. This is something that we knew was a significant change to our handbook and our rules. So we've been talking with athletic directors, coaches, superintendents for over a year about this. So, you know, it's been back and forth. There's been a lot of folks that are, you know, digging in their heels saying, no way, we can't go this way. Some others that say, why not? We got to adapt. We got to do new things. And then some folks in the middle that may not truly believe in the new rule that was adopted, but also understand the external factors behind it and why the association and our bylaws committee has been talking about it.
You know, we always hear about a small majority, right? A minority, a minority of stories tend to get the majority of press. Right? When we talk about NIL in college and people, we're talking about the top earners, which is really the top 2-3%. When we hear about transfer issues in high school sports, I think we're talking about a vast minority, are we not? Like, has this been a gigantic issue in numbers, or more so just like bigger stories, bigger players tend to get more press? Is that, do you understand what I'm trying to ask?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is, you know, we have 30,000 kids that are participating in high school athletics across the state. And, you know, we have about 600 eligibility petitions that come in a year. So it is a very small percentage of those kids that are competing that are going through the transfer process. So yeah, but I can tell you, regardless of if it's a, you know, high profile star player or not, when that student athlete is ruled ineligible, their families, you know, upset about that. They want to do everything they can to get their son or daughter in the sport they love at the varsity level. So I don't think that, you know, maybe the media covers the higher profile situations, but I can promise you, whether it's a high profile kid or someone that you may not know a lot about, that family cares the same amount.
When you look at the stuff that's going to be on the table moving forward, whether it is classification stuff, maybe some rules, or the way games are played, kind of what are some of the big things that could be next that need to be discussed, or you guys are going to have to vote on?
Yeah, I think you said it, classification and alignment. I mean, that's always been a very hot topic, of course. But now with these new eligibility rules, we're going to have to take an even deeper dive into classification and see if there's a new way that we, you know, can count enrollment where it's not maybe a true enrollment anymore. Maybe we're looking at how many kids come outside the district and things like that. So yeah, classification and alignment, I think, is the next priority.
I think you helped a lot of people, man. I appreciate you spending some time. I know you're traveling and there's a lot going on, but it's, you know what this sounds like to me, Dusty, is there was need for adaptation. And it's always easy to stand on, this is how we've always done it. And I know there's a big faction of schools in this state who this is how we've always done it, right? There's a lot of issues that way. That it feels like, to your point, it's different, things evolve, and there needed to be some sort of adaptation. And probably a year from now, you know, you'll adapt a little bit as well. But that's what it sounds like. And it was time to take a look at it. And the association decided, let's make a change.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's one thing that I can tell you since I've taken over for Ms. Marquez when she retired almost a year and a half ago now. We have to just look at everything we've done, and that's our next step too, not just looking at classification and alignment, but looking at state tournament formats, looking at our sport-specific bylaws, and seeing where we maybe need to adapt and make some changes for the betterment of our schools, and then, of course, most importantly, for our kids.
Yeah. All right, man. Enjoy the weekend. I appreciate you spending some time with us, helping our listeners understand this a little bit, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, be well. He's Dusty Young, the executive director of the NMA. I hope that helps answer some questions. It does for me. I can clear some things up for me a little bit. And again, you got to understand, like a commission, man, Dusty didn't make the rules. They voted on it. This was brought to him, and they're going to have to adapt and figure this thing out as it goes. But I appreciate the flexibility and the fact that, you know, you change with the times. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
In the end, the result last night didn't matter.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Jen, you can close it out. Let's go to you on the Sports Animal phone line and the text line, 55246. I'm on the key on San Pedro text line. Jeffrey, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Jeffrey.
Good morning. It's been a minute. I want to play radio. How you doing?
Welcome to it.
Thank you, sir. Hey, I mean, on the surface, and I don't know enough about, unless it's just as plain as it seems, the 5-5 seems good, but how do you think it might negatively impact a school at UNM's stature?
You're probably not going to, well, I don't know that it negatively impacts. I mean, you're not going to be able to get 23-year-old, European kids for more than a year, but that's all you had them for, right? I don't know that it negatively impacts you at all. How do you think it negatively impacts?
I don't know. Like, I mean, when something like, I think it's a good kind of, I don't even know if you want to call it bumpers and the bumper bowling of college athletics. I think it's really good. I do see that some of our former players who are like 27 or 28 playing across the country are trying to get in on a lawsuit. And I think, the last 2 years we've been used to getting these older European players coming over here. So it's definitely going to impact that and make them one-year players.
I don't know that it will.
I was just wondering.
Jeff, they've been one-year players anyway. I don't know that it impacts it for you. So you brought Bullion over and you had him for 1 year and he left. So you're going to get him for 1 year now and he's going to be ineligible or leave anyway. I just don't know that, Borvichin was here 1 year. I just don't know that it's going to impact you judging by the track record of the last 2 to 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, no, I agree. And do you think it's also going to help in the development of younger players, like really being critical of the choices they make, where they go and developing in a system and maybe transferring less or maybe only transferring once?
To be seen.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know enough. X seems to be pretty happy with it. So I'm just I'm trying to figure in my mind, like, what's the negative impact? And, the players we've had from Europe have been one-year players. I guess they just have to get used to choose your school right, make your money, plan on being there 1 year and get out and do your thing.
Yeah, which I think is the way it is now anyway.
Pretty much, man. All right. Have a good day, man.
Right, see you. Yeah, I mean, do you see it differently?
Not really. I don't. Like, you look at this year's team, Federico Grani, he's listed as a senior. In this case, he'd be in the same spot.
I agree with Terry, good morning. Here's your segment. You're on the Sports Animal.
Yeah. Good Friday, Jeff. Good Friday, JJ. Thoughts and hugs to all family members. Hope Addie isn't spontaneously combusting up in Phoenix. I hope it's still doing well on that for that little trip. I was kind of taken with the fact that 30 schools didn't vote, and the fact that, and what Dusty said, this is actually one of the things where a lot of schools voted on. That kind of caught me off guard. I thought schools would take issues a little more seriously, whatever side they want to go on. Is it 8th grade or 9th grade where this transfer rule kicked in? Do you know, Jeff?
It's a great question. I believe 8th.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I believe 9th.
Oh,
because typically 8th graders are not eligible. They're still in middle school, although we have seen some 8th graders, and Gianna Raymer is the the biggest one that I think of, and she's the young lady that was winning state championships at El Dorado before she was enrolled in them, right? She was still in middle school.
Yeah, because they changed that rule. We tried to
great question.
tell Jesse Hicks to skip 8th grade back before 8th graders were eligible. Said 8th graders, that's too much. Just come play at Eldo. But yeah, that's why I want 8th or 9th.
That's a fair question.
There is people buying homes or different things. A lot of people rent, trying to want to buy a home. Where can they get one? I just want it to be for the kids. Give them a chance. When he said 600 applications a year, curious what the percentage gets turned down or whatnot, and for what reasons. Grady brought up about how it really didn't affect them, but how his daughter was ineligible 1 year, and I'm kind of like, well, people move. But I'm glad Dusty was able to come on. Like I said, I wish the kids the best and all that. the last little bit is, how do you do a big 30-year thing for the WNBA and leave Caitlin Clark off the cover of the...
So I saw last night she opted out of that. Like, she only allows her image on Nike stuff. JJ, I saw that. Did you see that yesterday? That she...
Okay.
That's kind of a huge part to that because it was just more of a, oh, here we go again, these dopes.
Yeah, from what I understand, she didn't permit her image to be used on that. So
Okay. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe.
All right. Oh, I didn't mean to cut him off like that. All right, Terry, have a great weekend as well. Y'all have a great, safe weekend. Thank you to Dusty Young and to Ben Gasparich. They were both with us today. The Herd with Colin Coward is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas and his band of merry men come in at 4 o'clock, and then you get Isotopes and Salt Lake tonight here on the Sports Animal. We're back Monday with award-winning radio at 7 a.m. Adrian, great week. Really appreciate all you did. Am I still on? Look at that. The camera hasn't given out yet. He's JJ Buck. I'm merely Jeff Symbieta. A big week for you?
Huge.
Enjoy the weekend. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We will smell you on Monday.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or